Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone once again to today's session. Okay, we are live. And it's going to be a great session today due to the content, the topic of discussion for today. We've had numerous questions from students, but somebody called me, was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago? He asked me like, please, can you just be honest with me about this? What are there job opportunities when we are done with this training? That was the question I got, So I had to talk through with him, and it occurred to me that, yeah, beyond just having the training, most of you're looking forward to what's the next? What do I get when I'm done with this course? So that suggests a topic for today, the roadmap and the opportunities in this NITDA blockchain scholarship. So I can see here people joining from different states. I can see where is this guy from Borno State? He just moved up. Oh, 1 minute, please. Since my connection will be slow today, but either way, you can view it on demand, and it will not prevent our question and answer session. Okay. So I have Ibrahim Haruna Biriri from Yobe State, James Watayer from Maiduguri, Borno State, KRC Plus from, it says Nuruddin Musa from Castina, Gold 24. It says Ibrahim Sani Muhammad from Kano State, Abdul Malik Umaru from Abuja, Muhammad Balarabe Abdullahi from Yobe State, Chukwunoso Kalo Abuja, Musa Safiano. It's a welcome back, our digital class. Yes. So we are resuming broadcast. From now going forward, we'll resume our normal broadcast. Initially, I thought like, well, you're dealing with course content, so just go ahead and consume the course content. But what we noticed is that participation dropped. Some people are losing interest in the program. So we'll be bringing back our regular session. We'll be alternating between 2:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. So today we're doing 2:30 p.m. The next one will be by 8 p.m. The alternation is some people, they are good in the afternoon. Some are very busy, they can only watch in the night and they need to be interactive. So we'll be alternating 2:30 today. The next one will be 8 p.m. So that's the plan. Abdullahi bin Muhammad from Abuja, Muhammad Bashir Nalaji from Castina State, Umar Muhammad from Bauchi State, Sani Bello, yeah, welcome back. Sani Bello, yes, glad to be back and more excited to be back, really, because while we stopped broadcast, we were doing work behind the scene. How do we reposition this program? So I've seen the zeal, I've seen the commitment. And when I see all this income from you guys, I do ask myself, what can we do to reward you, to meet your expectation? And that has led us to keep pushing, never stop, right? So in the weeks coming, we'll be announcing something huge for you guys. something very, very, very huge. That's still in the making. Let's see how they come up. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Let's get right on into it. I'll stop this one first. Stop share. I guess I'll share my entire screen in case I need to move around. Okay, I'm stopping that. So I'm going to make a new share. Okay, so I'll share the entire desktop. Then to my design program. Out of the way. 1 minute. Let me clear some of these apps. Yes. Yes. Here is it. Present. Yeah, my machine is a bit slow, but will soon come up and we'll be good to go. Yeah, makes sense. Just give me a sec. Give me a minute, please. Okay, there we go. I think we're fine. Okay, so for today, we are looking at this NITDA blockchain scholarship. What's the roadmap and what are the opportunities? What's waiting for us at the end of the course? And that's what we're going to look at. So I'll go back to looking at, first of all, let's see our curriculum, how we are doing so far, and what we have left. And this is the core about the roadmap. Take this out of the way. All right. So we had our pre-course. During the pre-course, we looked at introduction to JavaScript, introduction to Golang, and introduction to Bitcoin theory. Now, the first two, the JavaScript and the Golang, they are just a way to give us the basic, just the basic skill, just so you know what you meet when you go to the actual, development. Someone asked me, why did we study Golang and JavaScript? Of what purpose is it to this course? Yes, there's a part of this course where we call the Bitcoin development and Bitcoin scripts. And that part will be using Golang and JavaScript. So that's the part. When we get to those, at least you already have basic knowledge of JavaScript and Golang. So we are done with the pre-course before we started this. And the pre-course, we had about a little bit above 31,000 students that completed with us in the pre-course. And we moved everybody into the phase 2. In this phase 2, we have more of you just going through the course material. Why we had so much live session in pre-course was because JavaScript and Golang, they were something not part of the BSV academic courses. So we took that on our own too. That's why we had a lot of the courses we had in the pre-course were on JavaScript and Golang. So on this second phase, everything we have there, the course materials are on Fifth Work already. So the idea is you consume the courses, all right, the contents. And that's why when we started the phase 2, it was like we were quite very quiet because you had the courses. But from the feedback we got, it seems we require more engagement. And not just the feedback. Some were even think, hey, is this program still going on? Someone will ask me that question. I said, oh, yes, you have to start the Bitcoin enterprise. So that's the phase 2. Under the phase 2, we do the Bitcoin enterprise, we do the protocol and design, we look at hash functions, Merkle tree, and digital signatures. You agree with me? Here, again, we do more of theoretical things in all these because, you've been grounded in the structure and form it is. So my idea about going forward in this course is this. In this phase 2, we pretty want everybody complete the phase 2, right? Finish all these. Then, because of the time and of the length of the program, already we are shooting way beyond that. So the thing is, your project will go with Bitcoin development and Bitcoin script. So before, I was thinking, okay, we run all these up to Bitcoin development and Bitcoin scripts. When we are done with all of that, we'll now start projects. But we're trying to structure things now. Once we are done with this first few called the Bitcoin enterprise, the Bitcoin protocol and design, the hash function, the Merkle tree, and digital signature. Once we are done with that, your project starts. While your project is on, we'll now start Bitcoin development and Bitcoin scripts. So they will go in parallel. So you will have your classes on Bitcoin development and Bitcoin scripts while you're building your project. So they're not distinct anymore. We'll merge them together. They run in parallel. And if you look at it, the development and the scripts, that's the core. That's where you actually say, yes, now I'm a developer, right? That's where the whole thing happens. And due to time factor and everything, we'll run it in parallel with the project. And when we are getting done with this, right, we say we are wrapping up the project. Okay, look at what project we have. Oh, this is fantastic. When we're wrapping up with that, something comes in, and this was not part of the program. It wasn't even factored in when we started this course. And that was the announcement I said we were going to make. It's not settled yet. A lot of meetings are still going behind the scene, but I can tell you we will get to that. So what will happen is, after we're done with this project, the lifespan for this program comes to an end, but the program itself doesn't end, in the sense that those projects now, what do we do with them? So there's a new component that's coming up, and that's the announcement we're making. By the time everything is sorted out, all the T's and I's are crossed together, are done, okay? And man, I'm so happy and excited that we were able to pull this through, right? So that's the roadmap. Let me try to take questions on the roadmap before we go into the second part, which are the opportunities in this course. I'll start with taking questions from Zoom. I'll come back to the YouTube channel to take some questions, but let me start with the Zoom questions, okay? Okay. Somebody said they need my email for project proposal. Okay, maybe what I will do, we might miss some. Maybe what I will do is, we could use the email for this we have an email for this scholarship program. Maybe we should use it. I'll dedicate one of our staff, one of our interns, to keep checking those emails and just bring out mails that have to do with project for me. So let me type the email address, nbbs@dominion.io. So I'll send this to the chat. I'll put this also on YouTube in a bit. So if you are on Zoom, you will see my reply now, mbbs@dominium.io. N for NITDA, B, it used to be NITDA, BSV, Blockchain Scholarship. So nbbs@dominion.io. So you could send in your emails to that. I'll make sure one of our interns checks that has access to this email, always checks through so that we don't miss any message. Okay. Somebody says, sir, on the roadmap discussed, does it mean the course ends after project and several candidates will be contacted on their email? Well, I just say something. I won't say to you 100% because until something is done, if it's not done, we'll say we are just prospective. So tentatively, what will happen is after the project, we move into something bigger and different with the project. So this program now has a life of its own. That's what happened. It was supposed to end as soon as we are done with the project, but somehow the way it's going now, it seems that once we hit the project, it will now have a new life. And that's the most important, that's the most interesting, that's the big announcement I'm hoping to make. If everything gets done, we'll tell you about that, what will happen. But I can give you a hint. The hint is in the slide. So when I get to that slide, I'll give you a hint. Not the whole story, but you get a glimpse of what's going to happen. Why I think it's important now is for those of you that don't know what happens after this, that's why we're making I'm bringing it out earlier, right? We'll wait till everything is done. But I mean, this will help stimulate you guys. I noticed that many people have not even signed up for Bitcoin Enterprise. I talked to Fifth Work back end. They gave me the numbers of people that signed up. It was very poor, really. All right. So right now, I want to make sure our aim will be that if you've not signed up for Bitcoin Enterprise, you have to do so. And I will go through it with you guys on signing up, because some people say they log on, they don't see Bitcoin Enterprise. If that's your situation, no problem. I'll tell you how you fix that. Okay. So if you log on to your Fifth Work portal and you don't see Bitcoin Enterprise, many people they say some don't see Bitcoin Enterprise. You can still continue with the course, and I'll tell you how you do that. I think let me go to my browser and tackle that right away. So let me get to the browser. Yeah. So what you're joining us to do is you log on to you go to Fifth Work portal. There's a link that says Discover New. When you click Discover New, it will pull up. Sorry, I need to close that. And maybe take this one. Fifth Work. My machine is just so slow. But what we want to do is you go to Fifth Work portal. Already you have done the phase 1, so it's not like you've done the 1 minute. This Fifth Work. Yeah, fifthwork.com. I go to fifthwork.com. I hope you guys can see my browser here. Let me take a look at the YouTube questions. Okay, yes, I can see the browser, so we are fine. I'll get back to the browser now. Okay, so this is Fifth Work. I'm not signed in, I'm not anything, right? So So let me sign in. If you look, without even signing in, if you look, you'll see NITDA, Bitcoin Enterprise. See that? NITDA Bitcoin Enterprise. It's here. We started on January 23rd. Okay. So you could click that right away. Because if I log in now, I already have it on my portal. So let me assume you have done the phase one, you have done the introduction to Bitcoin theory. But when you log on to your portal, you don't see Bitcoin Enterprise. So just come to Fifth Walk here and go to Bitcoin Enterprise. You click that. I just click Bitcoin Enterprise now. Okay, two things. I want to assume for you, you already don't have, no. If you're not seeing it, which means you weren't enrolled automatically for some reason, I don't know. So you could go ahead and click on enroll, all right? I'm not signed in. That's why it's not showing up on my screen. I just say, hey, I just came up now. So I can click enroll. Enroll in this Bitcoin Enterprise. Although for my case, I've been enrolled already, right? So all I have to do is sign in. And I assume anybody that has done phase the pre-course already have an account. So just go ahead and sign in. I think you go ahead and sign in. So I'm going to sign in. My browser already cached my login details. So I'll say, okay, yeah, go ahead and sign in like that. Sign in. We're not creating a new account because you already took the first course. So you don't need to create a new account. It's that same account you have. And I already told Fifth Walk that some people, they don't have access, they don't have the Bitcoin Enterprise when they log on. So their response was that you should just click on Discover New. When you click on Discover New, you will see that, and then you can enroll. That was the response I got. So in my own case, when I log in, I have both of them. You see this, the first one is archived. We are done with that, though you can still access it. The second one is a Bitcoin Enterprise, which is the current one we are doing right now, right? So as we do each course, they will appear on your dashboard. So for those of you that don't have this Bitcoin Enterprise, what you do, you click on Discover New. Look at it, Discover New. Click Discover New. So when you go to Discover, you see 6 courses, right? So all you have to do is you see our NITDA logo, you can't miss it, very fine. It has the Nigerian coat of arms in the eye. I love this logo, nice, neat, clean, right? So you can't miss NITDA, you see NITDA here, and you can see Bitcoin Enterprise. So click on that, Bitcoin Enterprise. You're already logged on, this case now, you are logged on, and you click on Bitcoin Enterprise. So 2 things will happen. If you're already enrolled, you can see you are enrolled in this course with the grayed out. You can only view. So let's say you weren't enrolled. Please, at this point, you click enroll. You click that. I can't now because I'm enrolled. So I can view the course, meaning I have access to the course. I can go take the course, yeah? But if for any reason it's not the same with you, please click on enroll. So I want you to do that. That will give you access to it. It will allow you to enroll because remember you have taken the first course. So once you click that, you already have your email. We have your email and your username you created before. So it will allow you to enroll in this course. After you're done, it will show up in your portal. So that's it. If you haven't signed up for Bitcoin Enterprise, please go and do that. And please, I want to beg everyone, if you signed up for this course, don't drop, continue. I'm saying this because I don't want you to regret it at the end of the day and say, hey, why didn't I go? We've done everything on our own path. Like we didn't make it very strict, right? We opened up the window, we allowed everybody in. We tried to push everybody through. Yes. Major reason being that it's a federal government project, and I understand we come from different backgrounds. We don't have core programmers, right? Some people, this is the first time seeing JavaScript and Golang. All right. We know all this. So, and we also know for what we are aiming, remember, we're looking for blockchain adoption in Nigeria. So if we're going to do blockchain adoption, it's not only developers. We need the civil servant, we need the lawyer, we need the doctor, we need the pharmacist, we need the businessman, we need the importer, we need the exporter, we need everyone. And that's why we have the project phase. In that project phase, that's when you see the beauty of your diversity. You will see when it gets there. You see that by that time, the guy that does import and export, he has business ideas. Because if you're going to develop a program, a software, a solution, you're going to develop a solution that meets what people need. So in your team, you have someone that's a trader. That's a very good asset. And you're trying to do something. He brings in his idea. Oh, no, this won't work. If you do that way, it will work. If you do it this way, there'll be more demand. This is what people actually need. You might not know it as a core developer. All you think is code, right? And then the guy in the medical sector will say, oh, no, we've been finding a way to ensure that we don't fake this stuff, to ensure that this vaccine, that they're not fake, right? And look at the problem we had before, whatever we can do to solve that. He brings the idea. Okay, and at the end of the guys that will now do the coding, we do the coding. That's the diversity, that's the beauty. So don't drop off. We've not made it so difficult. I mean, wherever you have more assets, you bring it in. The guy that can code very well with code. The guy that 1 minute, please. Okay. So please, what I'm saying this is go sign up. Sunday, someone sent me an email. Oh, I have so much to do, school, exam, at the pricing for it. I said, well, it's not bad. Come in, we are still up. I mean, you can still continue. You can still follow on. Nothing have ended for you. So please, if you were involved in phase one, even though you didn't complete phase one, go up and sign up for enterprise so you don't miss out. Please, it's very, very important. What happened to my... That's about it. Please tell your friends, people that have dropped off, they've not come back in a long time. Tell them, just go in and sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise. Tell them something big is coming. They don't have to miss out. It's a rare opportunity you had, honestly. Even me, at the beginning of this program, I never knew, it will go this far, right? I mean, in terms of what we have planned out, right? I never know we have all these things, but look, they're here already. Okay, so let me get back to this slide. Okay. So somebody asked, Betty Shuku asked, what language should we master to be blockchain developer? Is it just HTML, JavaScript, and Golang? So for this blockchain, you should know now, Bitcoin is the first blockchain, all right? Then so many other blockchains came out, like the Ethereum, you have Solana, you have lots of them. And each blockchain has its own language unique to it, all right? For example, Solidity is very common, okay? Right? So the main thing is this: if you understand JavaScript and Golang very well, you can do every other program, every other language involving. And so we are looking at building blockchain solution on the BSV. And for this, we'll be dealing more with Golang and JavaScript. Although we have what we call the Bitcoin scripts. It's the total thing, not bet, is based off your Golang and your JavaScript. So this is okay for you, even if you're going to do Solidity, right? It's just that it's statically typed in Solidity. So everything has to be accurate, everything has to be certain. You can't give room for any ambiguity. But come on, it's the same thing. You can read it. You know, one thing about I come to understand with my years in programming, it's not necessary for you to come and cram things. You know, nobody's interested in asking you, hey, like when we studied, they would say, give me 5, name, how did they put it? Name 5, blah, 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 that does those. So you say number 1, that, you know, those kind of things. I mean, in the real life, what actually happens is, how do I put this? I could say, okay, let's say you're a course rep in your university. And as a course rep, you have student names, because different names, you have different courses. So you handle for whatever it is, you know, whatever course you're doing in your school, right? So you have your list of students, you submit to this, you submit to that. You know, so at some point you see that you're working with lists. So can you make a program? Can you write a script that will handle those lists for you? Compare 2 lists, for example, who has done this that haven't done that. You just write a script and it works using any language you're good at. You know, that's what happens in real life. So not necessarily for you to cram it, just that when you want to implement something, go look it up. Oh, for example, in C language, for example, if you want to do one particular thing, you might have 3 different ways of doing the same thing. In Python, for example, Python believes that there should be only one way of doing something very good, right? But in C, you have 3 different ways of doing the same thing, and all of them are the same. So different software, you know, they have their specific requirement, they have their philosophy. The philosophy of Python is different from the philosophy in C. For obvious reasons, C, for example, is a very low-level language, while Golang, for example, is more of a high-level language. Yeah, because Golang does garbage collection. Well, yes, it does garbage collection. It sits in between, though. It's low-level, but some of the very low-level things that you have to do by yourself, Golang handles it, especially that garbage collection. You don't need to worry about your memory leaks. It will handle all of them for you. So if you know your JavaScript and Golang and HTML, you are very good already. So whatever language you meet, you can apply it to that language and you come out fine, okay? I've answered that for Betty. So I'm still answering questions from Zoom. I'll come to YouTube in a bit. So if you are asking questions on YouTube, you don't need to keep repeating it. I'll come there in a bit, okay? All right, sir, the course we have enrolled is Bitcoin Enterprise, and there's no other course you mentioned. Okay, if we're taking them what will happen after Bitcoin Enterprise, we'll bring in Bitcoin protocol and design. Then we'll bring in hash functions. We'll bring in Merkle tree, digital signature. Okay, so just take them as they come. If you haven't signed up for Bitcoin Enterprise, please do so. Tell your friends to come and sign up. Something big is coming. They shouldn't miss out. If I were them, I wouldn't want to miss out. You're here already. Keep pushing it. Don't give up. All right? Whatever thing that have distracted you, just come back. You'll still meet up. I mean, the next thing that will happen is when we are done with all this, we will now go to the project. And that time, we'll start pairing you guys. I'm happy with what's going on with some project already. Some states that are taking it very serious. I saw a state already try to gather topics on their own, form groups. Wow, that's lovely. I guess they know what's coming up, that state. They know what's coming up, and this is a huge opportunity. And let me just say this. This program we started, it's been unprecedented. So what will happen is, after this project, when you are all paid off, and we look at all the projects, there's a very big global company that wants to come in. But that's the big news. I can't say the name yet because the deal is not done. So this global how did it all started? I was talking with Ivan. Ivan is the director of training at BSV. You know, this course is owned by BSV. Academy. So the director of training and BSV project. And then he was like, yes, that could be possible. Okay, let him, have some talk and see how this is gonna go. I said, okay, great. And then I was in Abuja again with the CEO of Dominion, Geoffrey Weliwosu, and we are talking, and I was giving him updates where we are and what we are doing. And I mentioned the fact where I want company XYZ to come and mentor some of our projects. And he said, well, you know what? We have our guy inside company XYZ. Just hang on. He just pulled up a phone and made a phone call and then passed me on to the guy. And I spoke with the guy. And just right there, we had some commitment that, oh, yeah, this is possible. And that's a big thing. So I don't know the extent yet. When all these things are worked, I will tell you guys. So for this reason, I'm telling you, please tell whoever is dropping out to come back. Don't drop off. Go and register for Bitcoin Enterprise, please. And we'll start having these sessions again, if that helps you to motivate you to, continue with the course. Just so at the end of it, I understand what diversity means, and I like to have diversity every time, okay? So the more people we have in this program, the better the outcome. Yes, for obvious reason, right? I mean, if I just have few guys that are very good, excellent, you just gather, like say 10 guys that are super excellent and give them work to do, well, they'll come up with nice products. But come on, they are just 10 of them, they are limited. But if you have something, I have 30,000 people and you have 30,000 working on the same project, even though these 10 were the best, the echelon, the everything, but when you have up to 30,000 people doing the same thing, come on, the diversity comes in, you have a better product, right? So that's why I think we need to have everybody, all of these 31,000 people. I would love all of you to move into the project phase. It's very important, just so the project will be very diverse, okay? And we can come up with so many solutions. And you put your name down on the map somewhere. Remember, you guys are our first cohort. This is the first time we're having this, and it has been very good so far. And the good thing is, we just didn't say, okay, let's do the first phase, then the second one will not do it. No. With you, we are trying to give you everything. Think about this thing we are making with this new company now, this big global blockchain company that wants to come in. If they come in here, this is a huge game changer. Majority of you in this place will become founders, techpreneurs. You will have startups, and your startups, some of your startups can get 2 million USD, some 5 million, some 20 million USD. You raise funds, you raise seed funds. I'm telling you this, it will happen in this program. And that's why I say, tell everyone that's involved, your friend that has been on this program, tell him, hey, go back, sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise. As they sign up, because we see the data in the back end. We see the number of people that are coming in. Right now, the numbers, I don't like the numbers. I want you to go back, make a push. Everyone that did the first phase, please come and sign up for the Bitcoin Enterprise and tag along. Very soon, we'll be forming the grouping for the project. And we are very flexible about this. In a state, we can allow you to form your group. Just say, hey, this is our group, and this is what we're work on. It's good. That's diversity. Decentralization. We don't want to centralize everything. I want decentralization to go through. 1 minute, please. I don't know if this is a student that's calling me. Let me just pick just in case it's a student. 1 minute, please. Hello? Okay, it's not a student. Sorry. I'll get back to this lesson. Okay. Somebody asked, Jide Fasai. He said, how can we use BSV technology to solve the problem of cashless policy, especially in rural areas? Jide, that's why we are studying this. We already know that BSV supports micropayments. Let me give you the difference now. If you're using just Bitcoin, for example, remember, you have to pay the miners fee. Remember that miners fee we talked about, right? You pay the miners fee, and if you want your trying to go far, all those things that incentive that give them, all right? So, and sometimes the fee alone, let's say, let's say the fee is close to one USD, for example, or should be less anyway. Let's assume it's close to one USD. One USD, if you honor, because when we talk about, okay, let me go official, this is a federal government project. Well, I don't know exactly how much one USD is, because all the transactions I make, when they do the conversion, if it's close to 700, I'm just saying, right? Because right now you can't even use your local Naira card to make any foreign transaction. It has to be a USD card. And for petty things, you need 100, 200, you have to go source it yourself. So on the average, it comes out to about 700 and something. Now, and you're trying to make a payment of 100 Naira, for example. You see, Bitcoin on its own will support, but in BSV allows micropayment. So the charge is 0.000 something. So when you convert it to Naira, it's still very small. It comes to about 100 Naira, 50 Naira, which is good. And that's why I want us to see. That's why I looked at the enormity of the project. That's why I thought there are things that are beyond my capacity. Come on. When did I go into blockchain? Not so. Anyways, blockchain is relatively new. So 3 years ago, I wasn't in blockchain. 3 years ago, I was just doing DevOps. Okay. It's about that 3 years ago, I went into blockchain. All right. So I looked at the kind of project we need. That's why I talked to Evan. We need this company to come in. And that talk is still on. If this company comes in, so Jide Fasai, I'm hoping that you will be part of people that work on micropayment. It can't be one. You might have 10 different projects that are micropayment. 10, all of you, just do your own version, bring it out, we'll look at which one's better. Even if, all of them can come in and join, why not? We have 31,000 students here, and these are Nigerians. Remember, we are Nigerians, right? Yes. You go abroad, you go so many places, Nigeria playing very big role, doing all kinds of stuff. This is it now. We are doing it for our own country, Nigeria. In here in Nigeria, we are changing the tide. We are trying to change the narrative, and it will work, right? So Jide Fasai, I hope to see you in one of the micropayment projects. Yes, and you're right. The moment we have all this cashless policy, the cash crunch, people couldn't get money. When I saw all this thing, I just looked towards you guys and said, hey, we are going somewhere. And it's one of the reasons I felt we need a global company that will work with us. And we are about securing that company. And all free for you. Now think about that. Always go back to give kudos to, to say, to give thanks to the Ministry for Communication and Digital Economy for having this vision to say they want to train 30,000 Nigerians on digital blockchain. When we started, we never knew these whole things will happen. We've been hearing cashless, we never see it happen like this. And this is a good opportunity for you guys to make your names, to break into the market and have products. Yes. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Jide Fasai. So Mustafa says, sir, is the project group or individual project? It has to be group. I mean, it makes sense that it has to be group. I mean, you are 31,000. I don't expect one person to just do a project. No. In fact, I don't encourage that. I encourage you, whatever idea you have, there are people you can share with. You can form your own group, it's fine. We won't impose you on any group. So if you have a project, please, you must join it. But what will happen eventually, when we paste all the names, all the project topics, you can now choose where you want to belong. Now, if you already have in your state, you already have your group, we'll still post it. All of you belong to that already. Other people can join you guys. Okay. So we'll look at the distribution when it comes to that. So I will encourage us to work in groups, not just one person. It's a project, come on. And this is not like, it's not like, in the academics where you're doing your final year project, you're doing by, even that step, sometimes there are certain projects you do in groups, especially something like you have to do it in groups, okay? There are some projects you do in groups where You go, you walk, you do everything, the experimentation, you know, at the end of you get your readings. Getting the readings, you now go and do your interpretation. How I interpret it might be different from how you interpret it. So for example, we do micropayment. We might have 10 different micropayment solutions. They're all micropayment, but how these guys implement their own, their interface, how easy it to use, you know, their idea about it. And that's where the diversity comes in. So I encourage you to look towards working as a group, not this sort of decision project. All right. Then, since it's your organization, we will have to bring them in. They have to come, okay, this is where they need to put the support and that support. So, if that's the case, if that's your situation, you have to tell us this project is for a particular organization. We can understand that you want to keep it, you know, in the organization. So, if that happens, that's fine. We still do that project, you know, under the umbrella of that organization. Okay. Thank you. Jidefa said, I don't have a group. Nobody has a group yet. We haven't formed the groups. What I'm saying is that some states are far ahead, or they are thinking further. So some states are forming by themselves. But if you have not formed, no problem. We will publish the list and you choose any group you want to join, okay? Jidefa said, don't worry about it. Keep doing your Bitcoin enterprise. I keep saying about the project because I feel that's the capstone, that's the end product. That's what we want to show at the end of the day. I don't want to come and say, hey, we have 30 startups, 31,000 students, 30 startups. That's what I want. That's the kind of vision I have. And out of these 30 startups, let's say, even if it's 10% of them broke into the global market, yes, that's the kind of thing I want to see. Okay. All right. Ajibola said, great development. We are excited. Yes, I'm super excited too. Very, very excited. Honestly, I'm so happy with how things are turning out for you guys. And yeah. Okay. So there's a long one here. I'll have to go. Origo Christiana said, please, I need some assistance regarding the meetup. As you know, those of us in Lagos group have since formed Telegram group based on localities so that we can organize meetup. I and some participants in Lagos NITDA group belong to Ikotu Axis, and we'll be making an arrangement to meet up. Today, we visited Ikotu Senior High School. Wow, you guys are doing great off Ikotu Idumu Road in order to obtain permission to use their premises. The principal was very welcoming and suggested that we write them official. Yes, this official stuff, yes. So, official to start the purpose, we need your help in this. Please, can you give us your contact details or email? Okay, now look at this email I'm pasting here. I'm talking to Origo Christiana now. Use this email for any communication, mbbs@dominion.io. nbbs@dominion.io. Okay. Jerry said, one Felix Jerry, please, Mr. Kalesu, the Lagos group is just open all the time, but the admins are actually little. About the meetup, could we please talk to them? I'm not sure I understand, but I know Lagos is very big. Harrison is in this program, and Harrison handles the mentors. So if the mentors are small compared to, like somebody already, they have 4 mini groups that are going already to meet a Ikotu school. You know, I love hearing things like this. That's entrepreneurial spirit. People like this, you see their project will come out different, honestly, right? So Harrison, he's on this meetup. So if there are states that require more mentors, he will talk with the existing mentors. Mentors already know people to appoint. He know you people already. So those people that are, you know, that have the time are more forthcoming. Like I said, not everybody will code, some might be organizing. So those of you that have those skills, your mentor should suggest that you people be given more role. And I think we have done that with some group already. So Felix Jerry, Harrison will be able to talk with your mentors and they can nominate more people to help out. Yes, thank you. So let me take a look at the Telegram group and see, sorry, I'll look at the, what do you call it? Yeah, the YouTube. Let me check some of the questions in YouTube. I'll pause the Zoom for now and the Zoom question and answer. Okay, somebody is saying, Aminu Ibrahim said, oh, this thing have jumped. That's one thing with, I just saw a question and it had jumped off already. So I don't know how back I have to go now to be able to see those questions. Well, right now I'm in the, what you call it? I'm in YouTube. So I'll just start taking questions from where I am right now. If you have asked a question earlier, you can now repeat it so that I can see it, okay? So let me just keep going down small. Somebody said, any Imo State mentor? Imo State has a mentor, of course, right? You have to go to their, Uzoma Okata. I hope you are in the group for Imo State. In the Telegram, if you're there, yes, Imo State has a mentor. Okay. All right. Agina Henry say, Callistus, where do we get materials for projects? Okay, Agina Henry, for the project, all you need is your ideas for now. Ideas. The whole point of bringing in mentorship and all those is to now, those ideas, how does it translate? So we will now look at those things and say, okay, this is the roadmap for it. For now, come up with your ideas and how do you solve those problems? Have people solved the problem before? How did they do it? How can we tweak it to work in Nigerian system? You know, one thing with projects, for example, you can see the same title. You can go to, if you're going to a university, if you're looking for topic, you might see, how do they put it? Maybe something microbial activity, blah, blah, blah. Another microbial activity. But if you look closely, this one will now say in Owerri. This one will say in Bauchi. And, you know, Bauchi and Owerri, for example, they have different weather conditions. So the bacteria in Bauchi state definitely will be, yeah, even though it's the same bacteria, but their phospholipids, like their biomaterials, might differ because of the effect of the weather, the environment. Yes, because, for example, when you're in a very cold region, cold place, for example, your bilayer lipids, you know, they seem to be shorter and stronger, you know, just to buffer the effect of the cold, right? And that's when, if it's so hot, no, they are more loose to allow transpiration to go. So same project name, but different environment is valid. So you can, after now, I'll take you guys to BSV ecosystem. I'll give you guys the link. I want you to go there and see what they are doing. It's an assignment. Don't report back to me, but do it as your own assignment for your conference. It will help you for your project. I'll give you the link to the BSV ecosystem. Go there and see all the projects in the BSV ecosystem. An example is My 2 Cents, which is our friend, which has been working with us here. It's a project in the BSV ecosystem. So you go there, look at what they've done. How do we apply this in Nigeria? Because Nigeria's situation is different from South America, South Africa. It's different from Germany. It's different from in the US. It's different from Europe. We have our peculiarities. So this project that I can see here on the ecosystem, how can we adapt this for Nigeria? It could be your project work. And in the ecosystem, we have so many projects already. So if there's need to get some mentorship from them, we will arrange for that. And you will get them, right? So right now, think about the problem you are trying to solve. Like, I forgot this guy's name, the guy that talked about the micropayments that asked me the question, okay? So how do we use BSV to solve this problem? And remember, we have the e-Naira. You have to be comprehensive. How does this integrate? How can this work with the e-Naira, for example? E-Naira is blockchain. Remember, it's a cryptocurrency. It's in the blockchain already. So how can this interoperate? And if at the cost of the program, in your project, we need to even make consultation to CBN, we have the channels. This is NITDA. This is a NITDA project. NITDA, they work in and out of CBN. You should know that. So even if there's a need to interface with them, you have the channel. And I want to say this, you know, this app they signed recently, the ease of doing business, they're saying, why will I forget this name? Anyway, NITDA guys push for a particular act to be signed that enables new startup, innovative startup. You know, there are some roadblocks. If you want to do you will have this license, you have that license. If you check, some of them are, to even pay for them are in hundreds of millions of naira. Come on, as a startup, you can't pay that. So there's this new bill that was assented recently, that was passed by the House, that will allow innovative solutions like this a shorter path to the market. So we explore all those things on your project. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, Hadid Suleiman is saying, please, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Kano students to organize for meetup activity. We can't be let out. No, Kano, you can't. You have plenty now. You guys are doing well already, I know. You know, and in Kano State, there's a critical mass of blockchain guys in Kano State. I know because some of the blockchain conferences and convention we've had in Abuja, Kano guys came smoking, right? Lots of them came out there, and some people even participated in the hackathon we did in one of the conferences. So yes, I think you guys have something cooking good. Before now, somebody asked a question. I was saying, is it morning and evening session a day? No. What I mean is, like today, if I had this session with you guys in the afternoon, let's say if my session is going to be on Monday, I'll have that in the evening. That's what I mean. Not in a single that I have morning and no. Because this thing is recorded, it's live. When we are done, anybody that missed it, just go and you go through it. Okay? So it will be there live. What I mean is we alternate. So for more inclusion, for people that can't join now, but they can join in the evening, so they don't miss out on everything. That's what we're trying to say. Okay, I think I've answered the question. The guy said, do we get materials for the project? Work on your audio, please. Oh, somebody said I should work on my audio. Yes, I think I'll request for that. We already procured a standard microphone. You know, I don't have it here, but I'll have it all set up. So when I talk, all the filtration and everything comes through. I've listened to that. I know, thanks, I took that that observation. I think it has been procured already. I just need to have it and set it up so that, yeah. Okay. Okay. So good. Somebody said, when is BSV classes commencing? BSV, you're already having your course content. Keep consuming them. But what are we doing? Like I said before, I will actually have class. Like I'll take the topic and do it like the way we did before. I didn't plan to do it before because the contents are there, but I now see that it's part of way to keep you guys engaged. So we'll have to do that. Okay. Salisu Idris, please, about the project you are talking about, how should it be? And are you the one who are going to give us topics? Okay, Salisu, let me say this again, and for every other person. We will give you topics. Right now, people are sending people like you. Some of your peers are sending us topic. If you have a topic, you can send to us too. All right. And I send you the email address. Send it to mbbs@dominion.io. I've just typed it there. So send it to that email. If it's topic in the subject, put project topic. Put it there, project topic. So that even if I want to use program to look at all because sometimes the email there is crazy. There are so many of them. So on the topic, please put it project topic. All right, just so I'll be able to know. If you want to do anything, send the email to that. Always put a topic that suggests what you are trying to do. It will help us filter it through easily. Okay. Somebody say he can't hear me well. Wow. Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Let me have a response. Hello, can you guys hear me? I'm waiting for a response. Let me check the Zoom. Maybe I'll get response better. In the Zoom. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me just get a feedback. Say yes, you can hear me. Okay, somebody say we can hear me clearly. Thank you. Okay, great. That's fine. All right. So where were we at? I was answering a question. Okay, the person just say can hear me. Okay. Somebody say, Mr. Kali, when will phase 2 end? Is it on 24th February? No, phase 2 doesn't end on 24th February. Okay, by that 24th, the Bitcoin Enterprise course will archive. And you have other courses. I've already shown you the details of courses we have lined up. Okay, the only difference, only new development is that your project will go together with Bitcoin development. We have, now see, Bitcoin development and Bitcoin script is large. It's not something you treat under 1 week. So we want to dedicate enough time for Bitcoin development and Bitcoin script. I had a discussion with the director of the BSV director of education, Evan, and he told me that the Bitcoin development and Bitcoin script, they require ample time to get through it. So that's why I said, okay, let's mix it with the project. While you're doing that, your project work continues parallel that way. So that's it. That's the only thing that has changed. So yes. Gaddafi Lawan, how can Kano marketers adopt e-Naira? Is this project topic good? It depends on how you put it. Yes, go do your, topic not just doesn't mean you bring a topic. You bring a topic, you tell us how you want to, what's the problem, how you want to solve this problem, how, all those things. It's not just enough to say, this is the topic, let's see how you want to approach it from your own perspective, right? Okay. Okay, so let me go back to Zoom and look at the questions I have in Zoom. So I'm leaving the YouTube chat now. I'm going to Zoom. Moses Ayebe, it's a good afternoon. I was told that second phase will take 5 weeks and Bitcoin Enterprise alone is taking 4 weeks already. So what happened to the rest of the public before the project phase? Yes, that's a good question. The other topics they will continue. Yes, I mean, there are some reorganization going in behind the scene. That's why this one seems like it's period out. But to make up for that, I'm talking to Moses Anyebe. I already told you that some of the courses, like the Bitcoin development and Bitcoin script, will now go together with your project. So I know what you're talking about, and that's why we made that reorganization, to have some of the topics that have to do with development go together with the project. So that's what's going on now. Thank you for that question. Can we have updated time schedule for trainings? Yes, you can have that. I'm hoping that we'll finalize our meeting with BSV Academy soon. Once that meeting is finalized, we'll publish the latest timetable for you guys, okay? I'm talking to Prince Innocent. Somebody said, what is the size of project group? Right now, I don't know what the size will be. When we get to project, we'll look at the numbers, the number of people involved and the number of projects we have. We can then, look at them numerically and say, okay, this is what it will be, all right? Okay. Steven Wajuba said, sir, I did not do introduction to JavaScript and Golang. How do I cope up? You can cope. Maybe in your group, you will not be among the people doing the abstract coding, so you can cope, all right? Just continue with where you are right now and continue with the courses you are doing, okay? It's fine. Steven Wajuba, just go ahead and continue. In your group, you iPhone. Somebody say, please, when is Kano State Fiscal Meetup? I'm sure your people are working on it. Kano is so big, so large. The last time we talked, I asked that they decentralize it. Okay, so what you have now, I don't know your name, you just saw iPhone there, but what will happen eventually, like a state in Kano, is that you might start looking towards local governments. So people that are together, sorry, I can't pick this call now. I'll call back in a bit. Let me end that one. Okay. So what will happen is that meetup could be 10 people in a particular location. You mustn't have all 200 or 1,000 people coming together to have a meetup. Okay. So when the number is so large like that, and in a local government, you have like 5 people or 10 people, let's do 10 people, and it becomes easier and smaller. Because when only 10 people are coming together, it's easier. You don't need big venue like that. It can be out of 10 people. One of you might have in your compound, you have where you can sit out. You just grab some chair, you know. It can even be in a bar. You know, some cities, you have bar where people can come and sit out. You could just go there, buy drink, maybe water. Just buy your bottled water, you know, and plug your laptops, and you have your meetup. It shouldn't require so much in terms of planning, okay? So as long as few of you can come together, the whole idea of meetup is like you come now, you don't know this person knows that, he brings you up to date. All of you will be on the same page, okay? Then after that, you can start even measuring in bigger. So start small. Don't wait until the whole thing is done. The whole place is set. You have this and that. No. I'm impressed with what's happening in Bauchi State. One Haruna, the guy in Bauchi State, he's been doing so much, honestly. The last time we talked, he's been able to do and got a venue where they had a meetup. And he's even telling me, oh, he wants to approach one of their senators in their this thing to request for, you know, assistance towards me. These are novel, these are creative ways. And I was like, wow, that's fantastic. I hope to hear from him how he went, because there are plenty. I hope to hear from him how he goes about it later on. He reached out to someone representing their senatorial district. Okay, I was like, hey, look at this program. Come on, if I'm a senator and people in my senatorial area, they are trying to come up with blockchain solutions that will go global, go enterprise, I would love to put my name on it. Yeah, I could facilitate their movement, or what are you guys like, and help them out. So these are some kind of initiative they are taking. I'm just saying it out for other people, other mentors. All right. Important thing is let people gather together. No matter the number, no matter how small, let them gather together and start meeting up. Because once we get to the project phase, you know, it's more about working together. Okay. Thank you. Mukta Abubakar, please, we want NITDA to provide us with laptop and router. Mukta, well, I'm not sure. Laptop and router weren't part of the program. They never made provision for this. I'm just being honest to you and tell you, right? So make do with what you can, your smartphone, and that's why you just meet up with other people that have few access to something, all right? Form your community, form your groups, form your community, and start growing together. Yes, we have 30-something thousand people scattered all over the country, you know, even in a single state, you have multiple regions and locations, right? So these are some of the challenges I appreciate, I know they are there, okay? But your ability to overcome them is part of the whole, the skills you're putting up to build a product. If you look at any enterprise, remember, this course you're doing, it's not like you're finishing, somebody's waiting for a job for you. Okay, take this. No, you're building up yourself to be able to go into the industry. You're trying to build a product that will break through and make name. Just like my 2 cents have made a name already, and it's here with us. All right. You want your own product to come out and make that kind of name. Maybe next time, maybe Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone might contract the million. Hey, come and do what you're doing in Nigeria for us. And while we are doing it, we'll be using your own products now. Okay. Yeah, my 2 cents, I know you are here, but yeah, but what I'm doing in Sierra Leone and my guys have quit their project, I want to have them, some of their project be what they will use in Sierra Leone to do for those people. All right. And let me just tell you this, my 2 cents, because I've met him, we've talked, you know, like one-on-one, and I know a little bit about his company. So this guy, he's into buildings, civil engineer, all right? And he does all kinds of things in civil engineering. He's bringing IoTs and blockchain into civil engineering. So he lectures, he teaches. So he makes money from civil engineering. He pumps it into my 2 cents. That's what he's doing. You could see he comes to one-on-one and talk with you guys one-on-one. That's entrepreneurial spirit. And I love that, honestly. You guys should copy from him. So he makes money from his building, his civil engineering. All the money he makes there, he pumps it into my 2 cents. And gradually it's coming up. I imagine what a social media is. A social media is based on blockchain that gives you reward for using it. Come on, that's a killer. All right. So I'm just saying this to encourage you. If you're still having any kind of, how do I put it, challenge, see how you call the entrepreneurial spirit, you know, look towards the end game. The end game, you want to be part of the people that their product will enter the global market. That will be your end game. And when you're looking at that, you know, do what you can afford to help you get along. Thank you. Khalid Musa says, is OPay another fintech using blockchain because their transfer is almost similar? I don't think OPay is using blockchain. I wouldn't know, but I don't think they're using blockchain, okay? And why is their transaction fee free of charge, unlike Bitcoin transfer that require transaction fees? Different people have different models. I know when OPay came, I was in Enugu then. I stayed in Enugu a bit. So, and there was this time you can take keke for 15 naira. Boy, this is funny. So let me give you a distance. There's this place in Enugu, it's a tech hub, Genesis Tech Hub. It's owned by Tennessee, all right? It's off on that Port Harcourt Enugu Expressway. And I was staying somewhere in MNA, you know, very big distance. And OPay came up with something that for 15 naira, you can go to anywhere. So I call OPay from MNA. It will drive me all the way past, you know, go past Independence Layout and head up to Tennessee's Genesis Tech Hub. 15 naira. Is it 15 naira? I can't remember exactly. It's funny now, but I think it's 15 naira or so. And when I'm done, I'll book another OPay. It will take me back. Come on, just me for 15 naira. So you ask, why was they making the, you know, every business have their business plan. So probably they were just pumping money, all right? Now the registration came and so many things, now they transition into payments. They didn't lose that completely. So different businesses have different models, right? So that's another thing you will consider when you're doing your project work. You should have people that have business ideas. What model will you use? Because whatever you want to attract people. See my 2 cents. My 2 cents is paying you to use the app. That's a way of bringing people. Instead, oh, do this task. When you complete this task, you earn so BSV, right? That's a business model. So why it's not just bringing a topic. Also look at what business model, how do you attract people to use your product? It's part of the whole project thing. And that's why you need lawyers, you need economists, you need business management person in your team, right? Okay. Joy Ogidi, I said this earlier that the whole thing is not really flexible like other online courses I know. Maybe I missed something. Let me go. Where did Joy Ogidi say something? I'm reading Onwa Donjazi. Onwa Donjazi, can you point me to Somebody said, why doesn't Enugu have a group on Telegram? Enugu has a group on Telegram, please. Let me share the link to the state Telegram group so you can go to Enugu Telegram. I hope. Okay, let me see. So let me see. Okay, Telegram groups. I'll share the link now for the state Telegram groups. Okay. Okay. So I just shared a link. If you go to that place, you'll see all the state Telegram groups. So you can look for Enugu State there, please. Castina State. I've really not have any personal communication with mentors from Castina State, but I'll ask this guy is here, Harrison, someone from Castina State keeps saying, I'm not sure. Just find out that Castina State, they are making their plans for their meetups in Castina State. Okay. Somebody says, is it possible for something like blockchain in healthcare? Yes, there are blockchain in healthcare, especially for traceability. Okay, the vaccines, the medicines people take, how genuine are they? You can verify that. So there's a traceability solution for healthcare in blockchain. Yes, there is. I'm responding to Precious Gifts. Sir, why state Telegram group show the link has expired? Expire? I'm not sure I understand what you mean, but I just sent the link now. Go to that link and look for your state Telegram group. Okay. And join. I'm not sure what you mean by expire, honestly. Abia State is just to meet up. Yes, many states haven't met up yet, so it's okay. Just hope if I be part of the discussion in your group, in your state, to see how you guys can meet up, even if it means not a very central place that takes everybody, even if it means in smaller groups, that makes it easier, that facilitates it, make it easier for you guys to meet up. Meet up in Abuja, no updates, yes. I think Abuja, you guys should be, I think the link is open already. You have, I'm talking to Saidu, somebody Saidu, he said, please, when meet up in Abuja, no updates, yes. You could just talk with your mentors, please, in the Abuja Telegram group and see what's they're cooking up for you guys, okay? He said, Enugu link has expired, really? Thank you for that. I'll take note of this. I don't know why Enugu expired, but thanks for letting us know. After this, I'll check up the Telegram group for Enugu State and see. Okay. Okay, Lagos branch, Lekki will be meeting this Saturday. Good news, that's coming from Austin Classic. So those guys in Lagos State, Lekki, yeah, he said you guys are meeting this Saturday. That's nice. Please, a Telegram link for Jigawa State. Just click that place that link I shared. go down to Jigawa State. You will click on that link. It will take you to Telegram group. Adamu Hassan. I shared a link for state Telegram groups. Go there. Let me paste this link also in the Zoom chat. Okay, we'll be ending this session in a few minutes, in less than 3 minutes or so. So for today, the important thing we want to do for today is for people to sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise, please. That's the important thing for today. Everyone that haven't signed up to sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise. Tell your friends, tell everyone. Remember, for you to join the project phase, you must have done the courses also, all right? So we must have known that, okay, you have done so and so courses, okay? So make sure you sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise class. The number is still very low. I want the number to come up to at least what we have in our first pre-course phase. Okay, so this, no. So let me go on to the second part of this. Let me go on to the second part of this. I'll go back to my slide. I'm not done yet before I sign out for today. So back to the slide. Not sure why it's not taking me to the next page yet. Okay. 1 minute. I'll just run through this. So here is the BSV ecosystem opportunities. There's this link here. So projects.bitcoinsv.com. If you go there, projects.bitcoinsv.com. If you go there, you see the companies, all the projects in BSV. There are so many of them. I only make a screenshot. Here you can see Dominion. Dominion is part of the BSV ecosystem. We're more into the consultancy and advisory. One of that big global company that will come in as a mentor is here too, is part of this. If you go here, you will see my 2 cents, you will see send me. You go through this name, projects.bitcoinsv.com. That's projects, naturalized, domesticated for Nigeria. So those are some of the opportunities. And as part of the Bitcoin BSV ecosystem, with the skills you have, you also have opportunity with all these organizations out here. So the next one is, after this project, it's possible that we can have an accelerator incubator program here in Nigeria. It's possible. And it will start with you guys. And it will be by a global leader in blockchain research and development. Okay, we'll make this announcement when everything is all set. So it's possible that your startup company will be incubated here in Nigeria. It's possible. And you raise and be able to raise money locally, not just locally, globally. But the point that you'll be incubated here in Nigeria. So these are some of the opportunities we have. And then we will have the alumni network, the Dominion Alumni Network. You guys are our first cohort, our first set. We start with you in the alumni network, because soon the way it's going, we are being tips. Some of you might know Mohammed Jega. He's the co-founder of Dominion. He's a very big popular face in the blockchain industry, in the global blockchain industry. So recently, some countries have reached out to us. They are looking at if they can source blockchain talents from us. And if this is going to happen, well, It's when we equip you guys, we are ready, you are ready and job ready. We can say, okay, we can offer this. And so to take care of that, we have the alumni network, which at the end of this course, all of you become part of it. In that alumni network, it will evolve. It will not just be it will evolve maybe into, I don't know, we'll see how it evolves anyway, right? And yeah, from there, only opportunity will be broadcast on that place, and you guys will have that. So these are some few of the points I just said, let me put down here. So to encourage you to sit tight and continue on the course. So our drive right now is to go sign up for Bitcoin Enterprise. We want the numbers to come back to what it was in phase one while we work out other tests. So thank you very much. I'll see you again next week. Yes, next week. See you next week again. Okay. Stop share. And